Hey everybody, Quinn Myers here, broker and owner at Pure San Diego Real Estate based out of Crown Point, Pacific Beach, San Diego. And we are continuing our series this week. It's July 20th, 2023, called This Week in Crown Point and Sail Bay. Last week, we were talking about the second quarter end of 2023 and the market data for the sales within Crown Point and Sail Bay. Go and check that out on YouTube. This week, we are looking at some of the market data that we're looking at this past week of 3 specific properties that sold. Basically, my team spends an unreasonable amount of time week to week, day to day, reviewing Crown Point and Sail Bay, specifically real estate. And so we get good feedback, and we know you oftentimes like to see some of those interesting things that happen within the real estate market just in our little niche here in San Diego. And so we're going to bring you 3 properties today, all that sold within the past week. Let me share my screen here and we will get down to business. Let's see. Let's get that out of the way. All right. All right, so a little map here. These are the 3 properties that we're looking at. If you're familiar with the area, you got Crown Point here, and you've got your Sail Bay condos along the bay here. Technically, Crown Point starts and ends at Pacific Beach Drive that runs along west to east. And so the property we're looking at is not officially in Crown Point, but I think it'll be interesting to see anyway. We basically track anything below Grand Avenue that isn't considered Mission Beach. So property number 1, we're going to go east to west, south to north. This one down here at 3410 Crown Point Drive. This sold within the past week, and let's get into it here. All right, so you can see the details on the right. If you like the details, sold $5.65 million. That's $1,484 per foot. And if you're paying attention last week, our average for this past closed quarter was $993 a foot. So significantly higher than that average number, as you can expect from relatively newer construction with a view. Give you an idea on specifically where it is. It is on Crown Point Drive, which is a relatively busy road that's looking south towards SeaWorld and Ski Beach Park. It's got views, of course, south and to the east of downtown, and got the park to the east. This is the building, this white one with the solar panels on top, 3410 Crown Point Drive. Let's look at a few photos here. As I thumb through some of the photos, give you some details. So days on market, 20 days was from the active listing until the day it accepted an offer. 4-bed, 4.5 bath, 3,805 square feet. So this is the 3rd level of the property. This is where all the living space is. 1st level is parking and movie theater. 2nd level is the majority of the bedrooms. 3rd level is this living space. You can see the bay views there. Built in 2017, 5,400 square foot lot. And on the roof, which I think you could consider the 4th level, would be the jacuzzi and hot tub. And I don't think they have a picture of that. So if I was going to knock this property for any reason, it would be yard space. The majority of this home is taken up with structure and parking. And so the backyard space, as we can see from the Google map, there's just not too much there. Enough for a dog's little run and maybe a little bit of area to yourself, but compared to the next property that we're going to look at, there's just not much to be had. Really interesting one. Obviously, $5.65 million is at the top end typically of the range in Crown Point. You don't get too much higher than that. Not a ton of photos to go through, but an interesting property nonetheless. And that $1,484 per square foot sold number, especially for a property with 3,800 interior square feet, is a considerable number and a good comp for the area. We're going to keep moving along, and the next one we're going to look at is 3657 Bayonne Drive. This one sold also within the past week, and we can see, you can see this black house right here. This is looking to the west to give you an idea. You can see considerably more yard space looking to the west over the bay. Nice quiet street. You don't have direct views like the other property, but in return, you get a quieter street. And then from the 2nd and 3rd level in the roof deck, you're going to be able to get these views westerly sunsets ocean and Sail Bay. So a good location. This is actually not too far away from where I live. And so really an attractive house that me and the kids and the family walk by quite often. So let's get to the pictures. 32 days on the market, sold for $4.1 million. That's $1,200 a square foot, 4-bed, 4.5 bath, 3,415 interior square feet, built in 2018 with a 5,400 square foot lot. Let's see what other pictures are of interest. There's your kitchen. Pretty amazing oven range set up there. I forget the name of the manufacturer of it, but certainly imported, and a nice piece for the kitchen. Definitely, if you want to see all the photos for this, going on Zillow or Redfin and thumbing through the photos is nice to get all the details. Rooftop deck, jacuzzi hot tub up there with the views that you can see to the west. So again, $1,200 per square foot as a sold price, still well above that average. And this is a nice house. It's actually a local builder that built this house for him and his family. And you can tell walking through the house just how much care they took of it. All right, we're going with our last property. Let's move along to a 934 to 36 Reed. This is actually a multi-unit property. And there we go. You can get an idea on exactly where it is, just to the west of the PB Library, 2 blocks off the water. There's a church and preschool 1 block away to the northeast. Pretty good location, especially looking to attract tenants with the bay right there, Mission Beach right there, all shopping and restaurants. Pretty ideal location in a quiet street there on Reed. So why this one is especially interesting is because it comes with plans that are embracing some of the new rules, what you're able to build and how you're able to split the lots. So pretty basic triplex, not incredibly great condition on the inside. I don't even think we have any interior pictures. Built in 1950 originally, 6,200 square foot lot, some parking, couple garages that you can see in the back here. 3 units, a 2-bed, 1 bath, a 1-bed, 1 bath, and a studio. Total rents currently are about $6,000 a month. Why it's sold for $2.35 million is, I guess they're already through Coastal Commission approvals for building 4 units, splitting the lot into 2, and on each lot you would have your single family home of about 2,200 square feet, 4-bed, 3.5 bath, and then connected to that would be your 795 square foot ADU. So you'd end with 2 lots, on each lot a decent sized single family home as well as an ADU, and projecting $30,000 as a gross rent monthly for the property when you're all said and done. And so obviously that was of interest to the person that bought the property. Don't know the specific details on why it was sold. Obviously the seller was originally intending to do this him or herself and decided to move along and leave the project for somebody else. So it comes with the plans. Plans are already in process and expecting a couple months left on the process of getting those plans fully approved and ready to build. And I guess also all the tenants are on month-to-month leases. So that's an interesting one. I'm tracking a lot of multi-unit for what I'm interested in, what my clients are interested in. So a good one to kind of tuck away, not only as a comp, but also as what's possible with all the new state and county and citywide rules to be able to take a property like this, scrape it to the ground, split it in 2, and be able to end with 2 essentially single family properties. So I hope this video was helpful for you. What we really seek to do is to give you some of the new comps and new interesting things in the market within Crown Point and Sail Bay on a weekly basis, as often as we can, because as I said, we spend so much time doing it ourselves. So give us some feedback. 619-786-7361 is my phone number. Again, Quinn Myers, and we're here to help you. Take care. Thanks.